if he can dominate this quarter and get it up, it'll put a lot of pressure on the North Geelong side.
So just about ready for the start of the third term. Tim Gardner on the ground, spent the first half on the bench. He's in the forward line.
That'll be interesting.
He won't be too happy about that either, I'm tipping Timmy. He'd want to be on the ball. But he's got some willing cohorts there. Christian Highland had a great second term. Shane Stone in there. Dan O'Connor started the third term. 12-5-77. Thomson, North Geelong 9-3-57. 20 points of difference as we start the third quarter. Weiss and Oakley. Weiss, great tap down towards Sanders, running onto it. Nick Maharis off the wing. Left the footy behind. Roberts is there. Breaks a tackle. Then the kick towards Baxter. Taps it on beautifully to Sarah Rocco on centre wing. Good play. Handballs over the top to O'Connor. Draws a player. Runs back. Handballs towards Highland under pressure. Chips out wide. Great kick. Oakley should mark it easily. And does at half forward. Left half forward flank. Dean Oakley's got it.
He ran forward. Dan O'Connor didn't see him.
So now Oakley. O'Coley gives him a lead into the pocket. Might just have to pop it up high. Feldman's down there. Yates as well. So some markers. Just still holding it up. It'll be a good kick from there. He's going back looking as though he wants to have a shot. Unless he pulls the torpedo out. So he comes in now. Left half forward flank. Gives it everything. Wobbly kick off the boot. Lands in the 10-metre square. Off hands. Hesselwood got it towards the side of the pack. Nick Maharis surrounded by Magpies. Cranage in there, who's on the ground for North Geelong, close to the boundary line, and sees it over. We'll have to throw in 30 metres around from the goal. In fact, it's a free kick for deliberate, possibly.
Off the foot, I think.
Is it off the foot?
I
so
think.
A free kick to Troy Maharis for Thomson. And on the correct side for a left footer. If he wants to try and pop it through. He comes in, left foot kick. Oh. And as he missed.
Not enough excitement up there.
No, exactly. That's why I waited. 1 goal, 2, his personal tally. They go to 12-6-78, Thomson. North Geelong 9-3-57, Lex Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard. 2 minutes played.
So the ball back with the Chris Fryers for North Geelong to kick the ball back into play. Not a bad looking kick, straight down the ground, into the corridor from behind. Oakley tried to spoil Brett Fisher, but too strong in the hands, takes a strong mark. Back at half forward, ball off the pack comes to Russell Hearn. He's run a fair way, hooks it around on the left foot, straight into the arms of Dan O'Connor. So
he wouldn't be happy with that.
The turnover, very costly perhaps, as Connor goes to centre half forward, straight back to Brett Fisher in front and takes the mark. Somebody's lost the shoe. I think it might be Brett Fisher, having quite a bit to say to Shane Stone. So
they might be old co-oeds from a long time ago, would they?
Well, Brett Fisher played with West Saints and Shane with Lara, so they're having quite a discussion about how he's putting his boot on.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe he's called time off.
That's pretty crashy. That's under and over. You don't do it that way.
Having a good long chat out there, aren't they?
They really are. The umpire refereeing though. So now Brett Fisher with boot on decides to kick short. Terrible kick, and well, mark almost taken there by Baxter. Comes back on it. Stein. Handball out to Sirocco. Oh, pushed over by Ferguson. Just good body work. He kicks it round the body with the left foot. In the road there, Roberts at half-back. Oh, Scown comes through. Oh. Nearly has his head ripped off his shoulders by Nick Maharis. Nick pleads ignorance. But Brad Scown now with Nick Maharis on the mark at 47 metres. So Brad Scown with, well, whatever bruise there is behind him, and will kick on goal. So Scown of North Geelong about to move in. Right footer. Will kick from just inside the 50. It's not a bad looking kick off the boot, but he's gone across the phone. In fact, it didn't quite make the distance. Off hands for a behind. So takes the score to 9-4-58 North Geelong. They trail Thomson 12-6-78 Lexus of Wyndham. Second quarter scoreboard, 4 minutes gone.
And Marcus Forbes from fullback chips the ball to dangerously to centre half back. And a good shepherd from Noel Riley goes Shane Stone the opportunity to take the mark.
Don't know whether it was within 5 metres.
Plays on, goes towards centre wing. Roberts from behind. Good mark in front though, Hesselwood. Wants to move it on quickly from centre wing. Harrington gives him a lead. Goes in that direction. Up against him, Baxter. Harrington goes up. Off hands at the back. Stone. Also in there, Kennedy. Over the top, Longstaff. Stone again. Second effort, got a push in the back. Umpire said holding the ball.
Oh, that's a bit tough.
So a free kick to Brendan Kennedy. We'll shoot for goal from and
Scown.
50.
Scown.
No, don't worry about the scown because it's 50. So Brendan Kennedy will come down to the goal line and kick the goal. Jason Stein.
No, I think it was Shane Stone.
Was it Shane
first,
Stone?
to
Yeah,
be
he's
quite
coming
honest.
off. Roberts coming off also to be replaced by Edwards. Shane Stone coming straight off as well. So he's given the back chat to the
I'm
umpire.
sure it was him.
Bromley to come on to replace the coach. Kennedy comes in.
Just got it.
And puts it through for a goal to the Magpies. So his first of the afternoon, the 10th for North Geelong. They go to 10-4-64. They trail Thomson 12-6-78. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 5 minutes played.
Well, I guess if you're going to have discipline, the coach breaks the discipline. Laurie should come off just the same as any other player, and that's good to see.
Yeah, that's their rule. That's their team rule. So they come off, and he certainly got off pretty quick.
So the ball being moved back toward the middle, and well, as you mentioned, North need to get some goals on the board in this third quarter to get themselves back into the game. So umpire Willerhan in the middle has Oakley and Weiss once again. Oakley that time gets the tap down. Feldman gets the ball to his feet. Gee, there's plenty of screaming for free kicks by players in the middle there, but the umpire still hasn't blown his whistle. They've given the players the chance to get it out. That's Cranage. He's tackled with the footy. Finally, the umpire blows the whistle. A very scrappy 30 seconds there. The ball went absolutely, well, perhaps 10 metres toward the Thomson goal from the centre circle. So umpire again puts the ball in the air. Oakley, Weiss clearly taps it down. Hesselwood on the right foot, smothered half off the boot. Tapped forward by Scown, runs after the footy. Picked up by Harrington, hooks it out wide, looking for Sanders. Overruns the footy. Coming back onto the football is Edwards for Thomson. Quite happy to see it go over the boundary line. As Shane Stone, now this might be an interesting move. He snuck back onto the ground. He'll probably go into the forward half, and he won't have an opponent for a moment or two. So if they get the ball, Thomson, they've got a chance here. The throw in, and from the back, Hesselwood down to Stein. By hand over to Daniel O'Connor into the middle, and well,
Daniel Gibbs.
Clearly shepherded there, Wilson, but umpire said it was in order as Gibbs takes the mark in the middle of the ground here at Godfrey Street. Kicks long, and it is a long kick, well inside 50. Coming to meet the football, there was Sitko, picked up the crumb with Brad Scown, hooked it around the body, and from 25 metres out all the way along the ground, has put it through for his second goal. So another one to North Geelong. They go to 11-4-70. They trail Thomson 12-6-78. Lexa Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard, 7.5 minutes gone.
Roberts back on.
Yeah, I think Laurie Thomson just really need to get mobile again, don't they? I can't say they've stopped running, but we saw them a number of weeks ago here against Corai of a fairly ordinary second half after a blistering first half.
Well, I think the North Geelong are trying to get at the foot of the drop of the ball, and they're achieving it at the moment.
So from the stand up, Feldman got it away to Sia Rocco, dropped the footy, and will be advantage paid to Sanders for North Geelong. So they're on the roll. They go long towards Dragosevic again, up against Forbes, takes the mark. Adam Dragosevic will shoot for goal 40 metres out.
Well, I'm glad the umpires listened to my tape of the second quarter, because paid advantage and it makes the game much, much better.
So Adam Dragosevic hasn't kicked a goal to date so far, but can draw the game back to 2 points if he's accurate here.
A lot of movement off the bench for Thomson, Laurie.
Yeah.
He comes in now, Dragosevic, and left foot kick has gone through the middle for his first. And for North Geelong, that's their 12th. They go to 12-4-76. They close the gap. Thomson 12-6-78. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard. 9 minutes played.
The old saying, Laurie, we've got a game in our hands.
We certainly have. This is the catch-up bit. They've caught up now. They've got to keep their momentum up, as Jason just called before, and keep getting score on the board, because there is a little bit of an advantage at that end, and even the psychological, you've got to work at it.
Just concern me a little. There's been a lot of chopping and changing from that Thomson bench, and I don't know whether we've seen any benefit from it at this point. But the umpire puts it in the air again at the 9-minute mark. Weiss gets the ball down, comes to ground. O'Connor comes out. Christian Hyland runs onto the footy, can't pick it up. It's pretty tough in the middle there as the ball is on the ground once again. Umpire puts a whistle on play, and we'll put the ball in there just forward of centre.
45 is
Cranage.
Cranage.
So the umpire once again puts the ball in the air. Weiss gets the tap clear again, done well in the ruck. Cranage runs onto the footy, can't pick it up. Scown, he can't pick it up. Oh, Ferguson does, and away he goes. But he's well tackled there by Rocco, and they continue on.
Actually, he didn't have the footy, but the umpire couldn't see him.
No, so Ferguson now also without the boot, and there's been a few of those happening today. So the umpire now just forward of centre for North Geelong, puts the ball in the air. Weiss, lovely tap down, straight into the arms there of Russell Hearn. Gets the ball to his foot, running with the flight of the footballs, Roberts. Forbes attacks the footy for Thomson, gets a handball across to Edwards, slips, gets it over to O'Connor, handball back to Forbes. Gee, they're mucking around with it, Thomson. Handball there from Stein to O'Connor, finally decides to have a kick. It's in front of our broadcast position, and the mark not taken by Gibbs. Fantastic smother there by Shaneston. That hurt the arm a bit too.
Great smother though.
But right in front of our broadcast point, the ball is out of bounds as the boundary umpire puts the ball back into play. 10.5 minutes gone. Oakley gets a tap this time. Highland can't take the footy away. Playing almost a bit like basketball there as Gibbs tried to take the footy out of the air. But now it's underneath a pack of players. And as they emerge, Russell Hearn, the last to give the ball back to the umpire. As still on centre wing, the ball goes in the air again. Weiss, beautiful tap down, but Highland intercepted well, but the handball's intercepted by Sanders. Chips it over to Hasselwood. Oh, went without the footy, Hasselwood. Finally comes back on the right foot. Luck's a fortune because it's fallen into the arms there of Cranage. Turns, kicks long into the forward half. Stein, well, almost could have taken the mark, but allowed Dragovic to come from behind. And whichever way I say it, Dragovic or
Dragosevic. we had that. We
did that discussion this morning.
That conversation.
So Dragosevic now, having just kicked the last goal.
He's got over that knee injury, hasn't he?
Touche.
Yeah, it's a long trip to Brisbane for the next one. So Adam Dragosevic moves in. And
he's hooked that one.
He's hooked that one, I think. The left foot hook has come across and unfortunately offline. So that's perhaps a bad miss for North Geelong. 1-2 to Dragosevic, and it is got the game to within a point. 12-5 North Geelong. They trail Thomson 12-6 on the Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 12 minutes gone.
Baxter on again.
Forbes from fullback goes long, looking for Oakley and also Edwards. Off hands, Scowns there, try to take it with him. Now through the middle, O'Connor. Handballs to Stone, under pressure, ducked the head, got it away to Highland. Handball towards half back, running through the middle and getting the kick away, O'Connor. Towards half forward, there's Gardner. Can he start something? He throws it out to Aitchison, then he handballed it on to Hood. Runs back towards Gardner. Timmy from 50, short little kick over the head of Troy Maharis. Coming out now, Friars. Can he pick it up? Wants the boundary line. Handball, set up his teammate, who was McDermott. Now it comes through, and it's off hands and through for a boundary throw in.
Boy, there was a couple of slick handballs in there.
So boundary throw in, 35 metres around from the Thomson goal. Weiss and Gardner in the end doing the ruck work. O'Connor's there, handball back towards Highland, off a step, right foot kick around the corner towards the 10-metre square. Nobody can take the mark. Fisher gets a shepherd. We'll have a bit of time now. Goes to the safety of the boundary line. Foot race between Rocco and also Gibbs. I think the boundary line might win. It will. Great. And it's out of bounds for a throw in. Half forward flank. Thomson into attack. They lead by 1 point. Thomson 12-6-78. North Geelong 12-5-77. We've been playing 13.5 minutes third term. Boundary throw in. Oakley up against Weiss. Weiss got the double fist to it. Now goes towards Rocco. Gibbs held onto him without the footy. Goes to Oakley. Handball back towards Highland. Got a bit of time. Handball to Rocco. He's going to be under pressure from Ferguson. Got the kick away just, did he? No, said the umpire holding the ball. And Ferguson showed his speed once again then. Chips the ball dangerously towards Kennedy, but it's okay. Takes the mark in front of Baxter. Plays on quickly, gives it away to Cranage. Terrible kick off the boot to a wide open space at half back for Aitchison. Can he pick it up? Longstaff next to him. Aitchison got a hold, then he tapped it on towards Roberts. Over the shoulder, said the umpire, and it will be a free kick. Marty Sanders and Brad Roberts not happy with each other. Free kick back towards Aitchison though. He'll take the free. Handballs it off to Forbes. He runs around in a circle and then kicks out wide, looking for Baxter. Can't take the mark against Kennedy. Second effort by Kennedy, close to the boundary line. Right foot kick towards the 10-metre square. Goes towards, great mark. Was it to Riley? No, play on the call. Zitko's there as well. He's got a couple against him, needs some support. Coming in, also fighting hard for it. Riley again, Longstaff. Pack develops. Umpire, let's play on. Now he'll come in and bounce the footy. 20 metres out from the North Geelong goal. So umpire Wheelahan will throw the ball in the air for Hesselwood, who's run down there for the ruck for North Geelong. Up against Aitchison. They both get a hand to it. Goes towards Highland. Clears the ball for Thomson. Out wide. Foot race now. Okoli and Gibbs close to the boundary line. Gibbs. Okoli worked in behind the ball. Then he kicked it off the ground. Goes towards the middle of the ground. Gardner and also Scown comes in. Picks it up. Gets a high tackle again. Now coming through the middle is Wilson. Gets it away to Weiss. He chips it over the top towards Hearn. He can take the mark at the point of the centre square at half forward. Called to play on by Hesselwood. Now he goes along with a right foot kick towards full forward. Zitko used the body, couldn't take the mark. Off hands, Aitchison's there, quite happy to run it through for a rush behind to North Geelong.
North Geelong side had a couple of opportunities. Jason had just gone begging a little bit. Could hurt him in the finish.
Scores level, 12-6, 78 apiece. Lex the Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 15.5 minutes played.
So Forbes with the ball in the goal square, looking for options. Not a lot of movement up the ground from Thomson at this moment. So Forbes now gets a signal there from Oakley, kicks it in that direction, can't take the mark. Oakley follows up, gets a handball out, tackle too high, said the umpire. And Dean Oakley for Thomson will get the free kick. He's got Edwards. Shocking kick from Dean Oakley. It's landed just inside the field of play. Had Edwards on his own on the wing, but off the instep, and the ball miskicked. So ball out of bounds in front of the change rooms here at Godfrey Street. 16 minutes in the third quarter. All square the game, 78 points apiece. Oakley in front, gets a push on that occasion from Weiss. And, well, if he doesn't give it over pretty quickly, he'll get 50, but finally handballs it back to Dean Oakley. Man in front, and has the free kick. Much better kick on this occasion from Oakley. Towards centre-half forward into the corridor.
Oh.
Almost a miraculous mark there by Hearn. Handball from Gardner to Hood. Over to Stone, tackled high. Also, Nick Maharis, handball out wide to Okoli. The lead has come from Troy Maharis, and Thomson just steadied under a bit of pressure there to get the Josh Okoli hamstring.
Down a hammy.
I'd suggest it might be, and that will be a huge loss for Thomson. He and Peter Anderson have had that problem over a couple of seasons, I think. And Josh Okoli, I think, finished for the day was the indication he might have given to the training staff then. As Troy Maharis moves in, inside 50. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. It's gone, it's touched right on the line. So behind to Thomson. And that gives them the lead. 12-7-79. North Geelong 12-6-78. Lex the Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 17.5 minutes gone.
Fries from fullback short. Finds Joe McDermott. Right back pocket for North Geelong. So McDermott, a bit hesitant about where to go. Not much on offer. Maybe long towards Fisher. Goes in that direction. Hesselwood there as well. They go up over the back of the pack. Falls towards tapping it on. I think it might have been Hall who tried to tap it on. In fact, it might have been Gibbs. And a pack develops at half forward. Well, the umpire lets play go on. Kick off the ground by Wilson towards Gardner running onto it. Over the top, Sanders got a push. Play on the call. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Nearly in the middle of the ground. When the ball up will occur. Point the difference, 12-7 playing 12-6. Thomson with the advantage by one behind. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Hesselwood, Oakley. Goes down towards Sanders, wrapped up by Stone, not going anywhere. And we'll have another bounce. So as we said, Okoli off the ground, replaced by Jason Stein, who's on. Ruck contest. Weiss got it down towards Scown. Pushed off the footy. Handball shuffled out by Maharis. Got it back towards Dan O'Connor. Highland. A couple of steps towards the leader, Troy Maharis again. In front of McDermott.
Mark.
Good mark. Plays on quickly. Left foot kick towards Gardner. And Tim will hold. Shoot for goal from just inside 50. Better on the run, Tim.
Yeah. And a bit of bruise might just test him for distance too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but an important kick for Thomson. And short. Oh, kick. Gets towards Troy Maharis. He has to kick around quickly on the left boot. And he's missed. And is it play on? It is. Fisher wasn't even called called it, Mark. Oh.
The umpire called it behind, didn't he?
Well, the ball's come down to centre wing. It's 3 for 1 behind to Thomson. So they go to 12-8-80 Thomson. And North Geelong 12-6-78. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes played.
Sort of a breakdown in communication, perhaps between the umpires on that occasion. The goal umpire was ready to give the decision that field umpire hadn't given all clear. So the ball come back now to Chris Fryers, back to the goal square. It was a 2-point lead to Thomson. Fryers goes straight down the middle of the ground. In a good position, Yates can't take it well. The man in the middle of the pack was paid the mark in Brett Fisher. Yates indicating that he...
the umpire.
The man on the mark was 1.5 inches outside of square, I think, and well, certainly disadvantaged North Geelong because Sanders was gone.
He snuck out the back, Sanders. He knew it was going to come there, and he made a position to get it.
And he got the footy as well. So now Brett Fisher has the ball at centre half back, being called to the defensive side by Weiss, and that's the way he's gone. And he honoured the kick and honoured the mark. As,
just kick it, son.
So that's interesting. No, the kick will stand. Weiss now kicks back into the corridor, has found Sanders right in the middle of the ground for North Geelong. So he's chipped it short again, looking for Cranage, and I would have thought going with the bruised lorry, they need to be a bit more positive, a bit more direct.
Well, Thomson are flooding at the moment, and that's against what North Geelong want.
So the ball now kicked to full forward position. In front on this occasion, Mario Zitko, probably the first clean mark he's taken for the day, but he's only 10 metres out. So the opportunity for the first time in quite a while in this game for North Geelong to take the lead, because Zitko, the man on the mark, Riley, is only 10 metres from goal, next to no angle whatever, and Mario Zitko now to, well, by the time he finishes going backwards.
Well, that's a long run up.
He's gone back 40, and probably too far, Laurie, do you think?
Oh, far too far. He's got to concentrate. This is not an easy kick. It's an important kick. It should be easy.
So Zitko now moves in, puts the ball on the boot. Oh, I tell you what, the... Adam Dragosevic is applauding. The goal umpire said fair enough. So the goal is there for Mario Zitko, his first for the day, and it is the 13th for North Geelong. 13-6-84. They've taken the lead from Thomson. 12-8-80. Lexington Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 22 minutes gone.
Yeah, I just wonder how much it's taken out the North Geelong side, Eric, to hit the front. They've probably done most of the play, I reckon, in this quarter, and used up a lot of energy, which they've had to do. They've made the catch up. They've got in front now, and they'll be hoping to get a couple more.
So back in the middle, Weiss up against Oakley. Favours Weiss, gets it down towards Scown, taps it on. O'Connor's there though, runs backwards, handball towards Roberts, standing start. Tumbling punt towards half forward. Tajani attacked it. Fisher back there as well, fighting hard. Stein comes in, attacks the footy, held onto by Gibbs. Should get a free kick, none forthcoming. Comes around Oakley, handball chopped off Tajani. Goes through the middle. Umpire says held to him. And we'll have a ball up inside 50. Thomson into attack.
Bit of desperation there. She's hot out there.
North Geelong defence working overtime. Jason Stein gets a bit gingerly. The umpire will put the ball in the air. Throws it up now. Hesselwood against Oakley. Hesselwood gets it down dangerously towards Sia Rocco. Tapped it on. Ferguson now. Free kick over the shoulder. Going to be a free kick to Thomson. And Sia Rocco it is. And he'll shoot for goal from about 45, 50 metres out from goal.
I think North will away then too, because it's dropping into Fergie's hand.
He was about set to run, wasn't he?
He was about to go.
But his opponent, his direct opponent, Anthony Sia Rocco, will shoot for goal. Directly in front. Weiss standing the mark, comes in, gives it everything. Tumbling punt. As it got the distance, it's hit the post. So one behind to Thomson. They go to 12-9-81. And they trail North Geelong 13-6-84. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 24 minutes played.
So Fryers now goes for the shortest kick in and found Cranage at centre half back. Had to stretch pretty high, but took the fingertip mark. Cranage now kicks to the change room side. Oh, Stein, almost a great one-hander, but it fell into the arms there of Russell Hearn.
Over the back, boys.
On, the ball lands 35 metres from the goal for North. Good defensive work by Forbes. Punches toward the boundary and found the safety of the boundary line. So at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter, the ball is out of bounds, 10 metres from the behind post. So the ball will be thrown in near the behind post. In front, Hasselwood punches the ball forward. Running onto the footy there, Sanders gets the ball to the right foot. It's going to land in the goal square. In front, Zitko. Oh, surely over the shoulder, not paid. Handball comes back to Harrington off a step. He's had a pot shot at goal and has put it out of bounds on the full. Well, that's a bad miss, Laurie, from there.
It certainly was. It was a bad miss by the umpire as well. It was around the neck in the goal square.
Yeah, so Marcus Forbes will take the free kick. Nobody, well, Sanders well back on the mark, so Forbes now kicks the ball long over the top of the pack. Now Stone can run onto the footy. Bounces nicely for him. Picks it up. Kicks to centre half forward. Hood in front. Can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Hood off a step. He's hooked it toward the goal area. Oh, it's taken a right turn bounce and just went to the wrong side of the big timber. So 4-1 for Brent Hood for the day. But there's another behind to Thomson. 12-10-82. They trail North Geelong 13-6-84. Lexington Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 25.5 minutes gone.
Well, Fry's the quick kick in, and he's given it away to Nick Maharis, but then he gave it up as well. North Geelong surge through the middle. Cranage goes towards Harrington. One hand, not good enough. Roberts buries himself through the middle, got a trip as well. Then Harrington, Roberts has got it again. They fight for it. The two number 20s umpire will come in and ball it up. Good effort in the end by Harrington. After the first effort was one-handed, he made up for it with the second and third. And bottles it up just inside the centre square at half forward. North Geelong just into attack. Pye throws the ball in the air. Weiss gets up and gets the tap out. Goes towards Sanders. Gets a good shepherd from the umpire. Left foot kick around the corner. Kennedy runs back with a flight of the footy off his chest. Forbes through the middle as well. Quick left foot kick out towards the boundary line. Is it going to stay in? Just. Good kick for touch. Out of bounds. 55 metres around from the North Geelong goal. They lead 13-6-84. Thomson 12-10-82. 26.5 minutes played, third term. Boundary throw-in. Hesselwood to do the ruck work for the North Geelong side. Oakley worked his way down for Thomson. They do the ruck work now. Hesselwood gets it down to the front. Offhands Hearn. Tries to break the tackle. Leaves it for Ferguson. Over the top, O'Connor. Handball underneath was okay in the end. Got it away to Feldman on centre wing. Goes towards Nick Maharis. Can't take the mark. Fisher against him. Second effort was good too from Brett Fisher. Runs through the middle. Right foot kick towards centre half forward. Kennedy to run onto it. Baxter. Stone gets back there as well. Thomson with the numbers. Aitchison to give a shepherd. Stone runs through. Leaves it behind though. Over the top of it. Handballs it back. Still got the numbers. Baxter around the corner. Might have turned it over though. Hesselwood can't take it with him. Highlands there. Sanders. Handball to Hearn at 50. Chips the ball towards Harrington. Called to play on. He handballs it back towards Cranage. He handballs it over towards Scown. Can he finish it off 30 metres out? No, he can't. And through for one behind to Brad Scown. 2 goals, 3 his personal tally. And they go to 13-7-85. North Geelong. Thomson 12-10-82. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 27.5 minutes played.
So ball being returned now to Marcus Forbes, who will again kick in. Zone defence on this occasion from North Geelong. It's interesting to see some of the different tactics, Laurie, that clubs now use for the kick-ins.
Yes, a lot of them revert to this zone defence, I've noticed, particularly later in the game.
So now Forbes, nice kick into the bruise, looking for Oakley. In front there was Weiss. Neither of them touched the footy. It comes to ground. Good work there for North Geelong. Ferguson, brilliant pace, came across the head of the pack, hooks it back to centre half forward. Well, magnificent kick because Sanders read it very, very well, stood his ground and took the comfortable chest mark. So Sanders now on 50, just chips the ball forward. Running into the space there was Harrington, can't take the mark unfortunately. Now Thomson through Christian Highland, accepts a handball, kicks it looking for touch on the boundary line because it was all North Geelong out there. Russell Hearn about to pounce on the footy, but it's gone over the boundary line on centre wing, out of side for a throw in from the boundary umpire at 28.5 minutes into the third quarter. And it's only 3 points in it. North Geelong in front, the ball thrown in. Weiss has done a fantastic job in the ruck all day for North Geelong. Gets the ball toward the boundary and we'll have the boundary umpire repeat performance. So Dean Oakley and Weiss get back to repeat as the ball goes in the air. Weiss with bodywork too strong, but comes down to Highland. Kicks towards half forward, Timmy Gardner. Brilliant mark. Plays on over to Rocco. Back to Timmy Gardner. He goes without it, unfortunately. Kicked off the ground for North. Attacking the footy there. Baxter for Thomson. Oh, terrible kick. He's found Timmy Gardner. Well, he just breaks the tackle with strength, and that's vintage Timmy Gardner. The kick not so good. On half back there for North Geelong is Gibbs. And he's bundled the ball toward the boundary line and over between wing and half forward flank for Thomson. On the outer side, boundary umpire to put the ball back into play. 29 and a half minutes gone. Oakley tapped down to Stone. Stone handball back to Oakley. Oakley kick around the body. It's over the head of players running with it. Oh, attacking the footy there. Yates can't take control. Ball comes forward to Nick Maharis. Handball back. As the siren sounds, the ball was 30 metres from goal, but it doesn't matter because it is three-quarter time at Godfrey Street in the match of the day. And at three-quarter time, Thomson, 12 goals, 10, 82. Trail North Geelong, 13 goals, 7, 85.
So only 5 behinds to Thomson in that third term. North Geelong kicked 4 goals, 4. And they lead by 3 points at the final change, 13-7, 85 to 12-10, 82. The goal kickers for the Magpies, 3 to Andrew Ferguson, 2 each to Russell Hearn, Brad Scown and Kane Harrington. Singles to Marty Sanders, Brendan Kennedy, Mario Zitko, Adam Dragosevic. While for Thomson, 4 to Brent Hood, 2 to Andrew Yates, and singles to Dan O'Connor, Josh Okoli, Troy Maharis, Troy Feldman, Dean Oakley and Christian Highland. It is 3 points of difference at three-quarter time. We'll take a break, back with the final quarter action of our Matchday Live coverage on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.